Welcome to the third episode of Let's Play Hull City in Football Manager 2018. And since last episode, played a few games, and we have been winning, but let me show you some things. First off, we were playing in the League Cup against a team from a lower division, so it's definitely a game we should be winning. I was using quite a few backup players, and we were actually pretty close to losing. Take a look at the timing when we scored. First off, they took the lead in the 89th minute, and then we equalized on extra time. So the game went into get into overtime, and look at this. In extra time during the overtime, in the 121st minute, like penalties were seconds away. And then we managed to win. And as always, we picked up an injury. Boso, I think it was like a 1.5 month injury or something like that in worst case, but he's actually pretty soon back. And I mean, as you can see here, it's been a few weeks since that game. It's been like some international games going on and so on. And then we played Bolton at home and got a pretty big win. But I would say this one kind of shows the main trouble I'm currently having. And the main trouble I'm currently having is we are creating a lot of chances, and this is like this in almost every game I've been playing, but we are really struggling to hit the target, really struggling. And I've been doing a lot of, as you can see here, you can see the shots and so on. I've been doing a lot of experimenting with this, trying to like work the ball into the penalty area settings to try to just have our shots come from a closer range to maybe increase chance of hitting target. Also gone through quite a few players with like bad at finishing and so on, and tell them, giving them individual instruction to shoot less often and so on. But still, it's been a struggle. Like, it's definitely a problem we have. It might also be down to be honest, most of our players are pretty crappy when it comes to both their finishing ability and their long shot ability. So maybe this is just to be expected when most of your players are like between or below the skill of 12 in those ones. So, I mean, quite a few of them is like 8, 9, 10. So maybe it's not too strange. And also I've been experimenting with the formation, using a different formation. Usually use a little bit more of attacking formation for at home games, and then a little bit more defensive formation for away games. But still, I haven't found exactly what would be the best way to roll, and I'm still doing a lot of experimenting with it. Today, we're up against Derby, and Derby County is, of course, a club with tremendous history. First off, of course, they have some quality players like Ledley, but look at their history. They actually won the league twice. They won the FA Cup, and if I'm not mistaken, they also like went to the semi-final in Champions League like once or twice, or maybe even more back in the good old days. So this is a club that kind of have the history that we want to reach. And I mean, they've been a Premiership team for quite a few seasons also, and media predicts them to actually be in the position behind us. So this could be a really close game, especially since we are playing them away. But the transfer window have closed, and we had a few more transfers happening. So let's take a look at that. Let's see here. These are basically the transfers we haven't been talking about that are new since last time we looked. Signed this young central defender. Signed him really cheap. And I loaned him out ASAP. I don't think he will ever break into a first team squad, because hopefully we'll get promoted and we will get even stronger defenders for next season in the Premiership. But I just felt like it was a good way to make money, because look at his current ability compared to his potential. It's not a great potential, but it definitely have room to improve a bit. And I mean, already since we signed him, his value has gone up with like 50%. So it wouldn't be impossible that we can sell him for like $1 million or something like that in a season. So kind of like a money-making deal, but you never know. I mean, he could develop also and become really good, but I doubt it. And another guy who basically went down the same story is this lad, Anso. Signed him for 1.5 million. Great potential. And we loaned him out ASAP, because he won't be playing for us this season. We don't have room for him. He's not ready for it. But I mean, with this potential, if he keeps on developing, maybe he can start challenging for a spot in our first team in like 2 seasons or something like that. But it's a lot of time. He needs to develop, he needs to stay in year 3. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But I mean, with this determination, he's driven. I'm probably going to loan him out for like 2-3 seasons in a row and just see how he develops. And I'm pretty sure, like, no matter what happens, I mean, with this potential, he probably at least going to be able to sell him for a few million in a few seasons if he never make it into the first team. And then we signed this lad Moreno from for 1.3 million. He was transfer listed, and basically he is a left attacking midfielder, and we only had one player in our squad kind of that could play this role decent, and this was Grosici. He's like the only guy that could play here pretty well, and we needed like one more guy to be able to rotate because Bowen is playing on the right side. And look at this, he was transfer listed, so we got him for 1.3 mil, and he's already worth almost 6 mil. So no matter what happens, probably like if we get promoted to Premiership, I don't think he's going to be good enough for us, but I think he's going to be perfect for us this season to be the lad that can rotate with Grosicki, and we're definitely going to be able to sell him with quite a few million profits in the future. So I think a lot of value for the money. And last off, we had a loan deal during deadline day. Grodzic became listed for loan. He wasn't that before, and we managed to loan him. And of course, we have a lot of players that are long time injured, and he is really, really good, really good. But we have like players like, for example, Manson, that's still out for like 4 to 6 months. So, and let's see, Henriksen, he's just back from injury, but kind of like, since Manson is away, we're going to loan Grodzic for the season. Then we'll need to decide if we're going to keep Manson when he comes back from his injury, or maybe even sell him during the annual window. We'll have to think and see what we do there, because they are kind of like at the same level. I mean, Grodzic is, I will say, even a little bit stronger. We'll have to think about it. And other than that, we have sold. Of course, we did loan out a few players, but we sold 2 more players. We sold Mailer for... this will probably become 3.2 mil, because it's basically a payment plan. Like, he has to play 10 games or something like that. And the reason for us selling him is not that it is bad, but if you look at our team, he's going to be 4th, maybe 5th choice in this position. So that means he wouldn't be playing much. So I was hoping to get a little bit more for him, but I mean, if he's just going to be benched all season, his value will just decline. And kind of the same situation with Diomande, because he's not bad. He's kind of at the same level as most of other strikers, but considering the situation, Hernandez of course is out for a long injury, still 5 to 6 months. But we will find ourselves in a situation where we have a lot of strikers, and I just have to like, I was trying. I actually transfer listed a few of them, and just watch to see who would actually, somebody would like to buy him, because I'm still planning to try to bring in Rossi as a free agent when his injury is out. So my board will actually allow us to sign him, and he's going to be our main benched striker. I was talking about him before, so you know the story. And we have 2 guys that are making debuts here, so let's bring them in. They need to get squad numbers. It's time to play, because I've been talking far too much. Sorry guys for all this traveling. I just wanted you to know what was going on, what have happened, and what's been going on basically during the transfer window. And other than that, I just could tell you one thing. This is the 3rd episode, but if you want to keep track of me and what's going on, and if there's like something going to happen to the series and whatever, make sure to follow me on Twitter, because I always post on Twitter if there's something like special, if I like need to take a break from the series because of real life, or it's just like some decent chill, or you want to give me some feedback, or or whatever. So there is a link to my Twitter in the description to this video, so check me out there if you aren't already. But this is Game On. Enough talking, let's focus on the game. It's Derby with all their tremendous history, with the league titles, with being playing in Champions League. It's Hull, it's us, we are hungry. They are on the decline and we are on the way up. We are the ones that are going to be the future league champions, the future team fighting in the Champions League. We are working for it. And look at this start, a beautiful start. James Weir with assist from Stewart. And Stewart, of course, he started this save off being injured. And he just come back, like last game, I believe was his first game. So he's been out for like quite a few months. And yeah, he picks up an assist. Another guy that's not on the team right now because he's very tired. He made his debut last game. Now I'm not remembering his name, but he scored 2 goals, so that was a great start. But here is Derby. Derby haven't given up. I mean, they have that home advantage, so they should probably be pushing for a win here in front of the home fans. And as I said earlier, media predicts them in 6th place, just behind us. So they definitely have the goal to fight for at least playoff positions. So yeah, they are not going to give us anything for free. And as you can see, Vinal there, and it's equalized. And I'm currently playing counter-attacking. I'm not sure if that's the best mentality or not. But as I said earlier, I've been experimenting a lot. And right now, I'm trying like counter-attacking for away games against decent or pretty strong opponents. But I mean, going to be doing a lot of experimenting here. You can see they are focusing pretty even here. I don't think I need to change anything up. Well, I know I said that they are starting to focus everything on one flank. So maybe we should change our fullbacks to focus a little bit more on defense if they get to exploit it. And it's a more Derby here. And look at that. Oh my god. 10 minutes before halftime. Very, very annoying. Look at this. We're down to 15th position. We are really, really struggling here. Really struggling. Yeah, not happy at all. Look at the league table. Gonna see it during the next highlight. I don't want to change anything of these around. And we're about to reach half time here. There you can see the league table. We're not even on it. It's so far down. But first off, we're definitely gonna go aggressive here. Tell the lads that we expect much, much better here in the second half. And you didn't care, Campbell, so I'm going to talk special to you, tell you that I am not very happy with your performance and that motivated you. Beautiful. And go to the tactics. We're no longer going to be counter-attacking. Let's try to take control of it and maybe even change it up to attacking pretty soon if this is not working. But yeah, take a look at the current league table. We are definitely struggling. Since quite a few games played, or very, very few games played, there's not a huge difference, not a huge gap before. Let's bring it up here so we can keep track of it. So it's like not many points difference, but we really don't want to start falling down this early into the season. We need to improve here. But the clock is ticking and ticking and ticking. And there is some more of Derby County. Come on, guys, focus, win it back, show some passion here. Into the box, and oh my god, he missed. He definitely should have done better there. Not that I'm complaining, but that was a really crap finisher. So let's pause this one. Take a look here at everything. They are dominating things. They created like twice the many chances as us. They are having the possession. I think it's time for us to change things up with the tactics. And let's go a little bit more on the attacking side here. See what we can come up with. What will be a good option? That's the question now. I think I'm gonna go like this for now. And who is tired? Ren is tired. We could I'll do some serious thinking here. Try to come up with Campbell. You're a striker. how can you play here in Central? It's not your strongest place. Weir's actually playing pretty well. Pretty well. Can you handle this position decently? Yeah, you kind of can. So that's going to work. And that's going to work. And change you around like this. And now let's first let's start off by changing this. We are attacking, and then let's see what happens here. That was a bad pass. It was not even close to reach any of our players, but maybe we can win it back here. Maybe we can do something, or maybe not. Come on, guys. Focus. Focus, focus, focus. It's going into the box, and it's going into the net. And Tom Lawrence makes this a nightmare. Oh my god, this is going so not our way. So not at all. Onion right flank. Into the box, Lawrence. Some really weak marking. I even have the instructions for my central defenders to mark tighter, and still he was like a meter or two away from him at all time. So yeah, I'm not pleased. But we definitely need to go more all out attacking. What can we come up with? We're going to play with 2 strikers. And maybe actually go like this. No one focusing on defense in the middle. Have you as maybe Masala focusing on attack. And then we are going to play 2 strikers. Like that-ish. And bring in Dicko. Focusing on as a pass forward maybe. Then we'll target man and a pass forward. Then we're going to bring in Grosicki because I mean this is just his debut. He's still young, he's still learning, and he was also kind of lacking a bit of match fitness when the game started. Like that. Let's go to the instructions. Since we have a big target man up on top, and he has the backup of another striker. We're going to go classic English, pump the ball into the box. We're going to go more direct passes. And yeah, like that. But we are in some deep trouble here. And this is more Derby. Free kick. Hits the wall, but still in Derby possession. Intercepted though, beautiful. Can we create something here? Looks like a counter-attack. Dicko. And what a bad pass, and everything is going to go quite... Oh, I'm lucky that he went all the way back to the goalie, because if they would have attacked there, that could have been very, very dangerous for us. Now he's back in our position. It's Campbell. And here's Grosicki. Can he find somebody? Kingsley on the left flank. Into the box, cleared. And oh my god, I thought that maybe we were going to actually create something, but it's back in the wrong direction. Oh my god, this defense is terrible. It's terrible. It's so very, very bad. It's so bad, it's embarrassing. I'm not sure, like... Oh my god, that's such a bad defense. First off, you're not putting pressure on him, even though I'm closing down much more. My instruction is they should be closing down a lot. And still, he stands there like 3 meters away and lets him like easily take the pass under no pressure at all. And then look at this. Look at this. They are looking at the ball, and I'm not sure you are looking at it all. You're looking like some friend up here at the stands. Maybe you're gonna wave to him. And then there are 2 guys completely alone. Oh my god, this is so bad. And then of course another guy completely alone. And I think it's time for me to start crying here. I feel like it is. I really feel like it is. Come on guys. This is embarrassing. And it's a more Derby. And oh my god. Well, we have 1 last sub. It's already game over. So I think it's could be a good choice. Just bring in a youngster to give him some first team experience here, because to be honest, we're not going to turn this one around. I got 5.2 rating. 5.2. I don't think I've ever seen that low of rating before. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So yeah, we don't have anything to lose here. So let's just give the youngster some first team experience. Have him help him on with his development. and then probably just start crying here in the corner. And yeah, I mean, we have been struggling at the start of the season, but nothing like this. This is not struggling. This is embarrassing. This is humiliation. The only small good thing I have to take with this is that quite a few of our best players are injured, and they will start coming back. And with every injured player coming back, our team will get stronger. So hopefully in a few months, things will look much better. As I said, like 2-3 of our best players are still out with like quite a few month injuries, and some of them are just about to come back. Also, like a Stewart that come back for last game, and another guy, as I was talking about, I don't remember his name, come back for last game. We have our best central attacking midfielder just coming back in a few days. So I mean, we have to focus on something positive here, because I mean, I'm starting to fear that I might get sacked if this is going to be, but I'm going to be aggressive, tell them I'm not happy with the result, and a big embarrassing moment for us. But yeah, that's it for this episode. And look at the league table here. The only good news is, look at this, even though we have this crappy start, there's not many points up to a playoff position. So we are not the only ones that have been struggling, because we have only won 2 games. Only 2 games. And still, look at the points difference here. Like 1 win and we can be in the playoff position. So that's the only positive thing we can take with us. We are miles behind Middlesbrough though at the top. They have almost twice the amount of points. But this has been a long episode, so enough. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we can get into a little bit more positive stint soon. I'll see you in the next episode.